objective for today, I can identify and define dot plots and scatter plots. Let's read together. 1, 2, 3. I can identify and define dot plots and scatter plots. So the two things that we're going to compare today, or that are new, are dot plots and scatter plots. So make a Frere model for first dot plots. Then you're going to make another one for scatter plots. So I want to make sure that we understand what one is and the other one. Okay? Yeah, I just said that. 2 Frere models. All right? So, what are dot plots? Here we go. Dot plots are a graph with points plotted used to analyze a set of data. A graph with points plotted used to analyze a set of data. A graph with points plotted used to analyze a set of data. No. Focus, please. So, for example, here we go. And I'm going to title this set of data, scores on a party. Okay, and the scores in a party, the party was 12 points, so it's from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a dot plot. There were 4 people that scored at 50%. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's how many people? 4. There were 2 perfect scores. So where do I put 2 of them?
12.
On 12. 1, 2. There were 4 people that just missed it by 1. So that is 4 on 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody see that? There were 1 person that scored a 10. 3 people that scored a 9. There were 5 people that scored a 7. There were 2 that scored a 5, 2 that scored a 4, 1 that scored a 3, and 1 that scored a 1. Be nice. So, this is what it's used. Look up, please. First of all, what can this chart tell us? Number 1, the ranges of the scores, right? Okay. So where did most of the class score? 9. Most of the class scored at 7? 5 is most of the class? Okay, here goes the question again. Where did most of the class score? Not what was the score that repeated the most. Where did most of the class score? Andrew?
6 or higher.
6 or higher. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
That most of the scores were up here. That's what these data plots or dot plots are used for when people analyze information. The other question, can we answer the question as to how many people were in the class or how many people took the test? Yeah, how can we get that? I heard it. Counting all the dots. So let's see how many people. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 19, 23, 24, 25 people took the party. Everybody see that? So those are the things that you can look at when you have a dot plot. Are we there? Okay, let me show you what is not a dot plot. Copy this, please. Okay? So, here I'm going to title this one Test. No, Test. Test, let's see, Study Habits. So I'm going to write here, hold on. I'm going to write here score, and over here hours of study. So I'm going to label here 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go with scores in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So now watch. This is going to look very similar to what we just did over here, but it's not. Here we go. Does that look like a dot plot?
No.
Kinda, doesn't it?
Yes.
Kinda because of the dots, right? However, what doesn't it make it a dot plot? The fact that it has a different set of data on the side. So how many sets of data do we have here? 2. We're comparing hours of study versus a score on a test. So watch. What can we analyze from this? That this is, watch. If someone only studies 1 hour, look at their scores. What do they score? Very low. 2 hours of study, which is half of the amount of studying, it takes them about halfway through their scores. Does that make sense? But what if they study 3 or more hours? Everybody look up. 3 or more hours. They score where? 70 or above. Yes. Thank you. So, this is not a dot plot. This, look up please, this is what we call a scatter plot. What's that?
Why do you call it like that?
Because dot plots are only meant to be what?
The honor.
Plotted for what? One set of data. So what is the most important thing to remember about dot plots?
The scores on the bottom.
That it's only one set of data. Everybody understand what we're doing? So, any questions with this? All right, let's go to scatter plot.
Another 1, 2, 3.
Scatter plot. On your scatter plot, write this definition down, please. A graph with points plotted to show a possible relationship between 2 sets of data. So what example can we use for scatter plot? The one we did right now with the 2 sets of data, right? Yeah, copy it onto here, into the example. Put on this side, hours of study, and over here, score. And over here we're going to title it Test, Study, Habits. So therefore we go this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And you fill out your dots, whichever dot, now that you know the information. And non-example, what can we use as a non-example? The one we use for the example on the other, right? A dot plot. Bam! So on this side, you use, what was the information that we used? Oh, score on a partay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, and you fill out the dot plot for that. So as you're filling that up, look up please. So what's the most important to remember about scatter plots? That it's how many sets of data? 2. So write it here. 2 sets of data. Very good. So that's the difference between a dot plot and a scatter plot. A dot plot, let me go back, is only one set of data. A scatter plot is 2 sets of data. Everybody got it? As soon as you finish that table, copy these steps down, simple steps. It's only 6 steps. It says, step 1, collect data. Step 2, display on a dot plot. Step 3, analyze data. So that's simple, right?
Yeah.
From there, once you get some dot plots, you can actually combine them. And it says here, combine the 2 sets of data, display on a scatter plot, and analyze data again, and see if it makes sense. So let me, I'll go back to this in a little bit as soon as, let me just show you something really quick. I know, I'll let you finish right now, give me a second. If I went back, look up please. If I went back to this one, look up. What is one set of data in this scatter plot? Hours of study. So first I would ask you guys, how many hours do you study? Okay. How many hours? 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. And start collecting data like that. Does everybody understand? And that becomes a dot plot. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then from there I will ask, what did you get on your last partay? So then, what did you get? 10, 12, 8, and so on and so forth. That's the second set of dot plots, right? But then, can we combine them and create this? Yeah, that's how you get a scatter plot. Okay? So, finish this up, please. You have 30 seconds. Here it goes. It says, step 1, collect data. Step 2, display data on a dot plot. Step 3, analyze the data. Which means you're going to write something about it, right? Saying, oh, there's this many people that study so many hours, right?
Yeah.
And then combine that set with the other set of whatever it is you're going to combine. I'm going to give you an activity right now, but I'm just showing you the steps. From there, display on a scatter plot and analyze the data again and come to a conclusion. Everybody understand? Okay? So this is what we're going to do. Look up, please. Turn your paper over. You don't have to write this down. Just pay attention to the example, because I'm going to give you a sheet to fill out. Okay? Here we go. Example Q. We're going to collect data on the height and shoe size of everybody in here. Okay? But what is the first one that you're going to do? It depends. If you want to start with the height, start with the height. Or if you want to start with the shoe size, start with the shoe size. But whichever the data you collect, you need to display as a dot plot first. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Okay? From there, you're going to write a little sentence as to what do you see with that information, Jose. From there, you're going to collect the data, the second data, same thing, in a dot plot, and write a little sentence as to what do you see on that information. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay? From there, you're going to combine both of them and make a scatter plot and see what you see once you create that scatter plot, analyze it, and make a statement at the end. Everybody understand?
Yes.
All right, so at this point, before I continue, look up, please. Before I continue, I'm going to write here the home plate for tonight. Home plate found on page 315, and it's basically comparing data, okay? So, but we're going to do the activity here in class, so the video is not going to show the activity, okay? So, I'll stop it right there, and enjoy your home plate.